Hey everybody, my name is Dominic Geyer. I'm working for Specialized. I'm in charge of brand and business for our Turbo offering. Turbo represents our pedal assist lineup we have. And I'm super excited being here in beautiful Palo Alto, California to introduce the all-new Turbo Vado to you. The Turbo Vado is our new urban commuter bike. It's designed for urban style riding, for commuting and fitness. What you see here is actually our high-end line product, the Turbo Vado 6.0, and I would like to run you now just through some of the key exciting features of the bike. First and foremost, I want to start off with the geometry itself, because at the end, like every Specialized turbo bike, it's about being a bike first that just happens to be pedal assist. Consequently, it just needs to ride like a normal bicycle, and it needs to handle like one. And the bike, the Turbo Vado, features a very stable body geometry fit frame geo, which is very stable yet nimble and really offers a lot of safety at the end for the rider. The motor is one of our key pieces of our turbo technology system. So we build our completely own ecosystem consisting of motor, battery, wiring harness, software, control system, and therefore want to build the technology really tailored to the rider's needs and the experience. And a key piece of it is the motor itself. Our motor has a lot of power. It amplifies your rider input by 320%, which is almost like 4 times the input you give as a rider, right? But at the same time, the motor is super smooth and very quiet, so really delivers a very natural ride. Then another great feature about the motor is the fact that the motor completely decouples if you ride it either above top speed or if you just want to ride it without pedal assist, right? So it has 3 built-in freewheels which allow this great and very natural ride feeling. Obviously, another key item of the turbo technology system is the battery. We have here on that specific model, we are featuring an all-new cell technology. It's a 2700 cell. It features 40 cells, so provides 604 watt hours to the rider, and still in a very compact package. The battery is completely integrated, while still removable, plus the battery is on top lockable. Because you're out in the city, urban environment, you want to be sure your battery is safe. But if you live on the 15th floor in a big building, you don't want to carry your bike all the way up to charge it on the bike. That's why the battery just needs to be removable. Another key piece of the turbo technology is basically the whole cockpit. The Turbo Vado rider wants to know the key data like the trip, the distance, the speed he's going. He really wants to have visibility about the key riding facts. What we have on our bike is a 2.2-inch display. We have it in 2 versions, either LCD or TFT. The TFT is touchscreen, so you can slide it, but at the same time, it's for sure waterproof. As you can see, it's removable, and it even features a USB plug to either charge your battery off the smartphone or run software updates, etc. The display can also be handled through this sleek and nicely integrated handlebar remote, which allows you to change through the assist levels of the bike without taking the hands off. So the Turbo Vado offers 3 different assist levels out of the box: Eco, Street and Turbo mode. Turbo mode gives you 100% motor support, whereas the Sport mode offers you 70% and the Eco mode 35%. If you want to adjust the motor to your personal preference, you totally can through our unique Turbo Vado Mission Control app. You can personalize features, settings like acceleration response, like the individual modes, the support, the motor current. It's all up to you. You can just adjust the motor as you can do it on your mountain bike on the suspension. Another key item of the Turbo Vado, it's getting ridden in the urban city environment, so it's important that the rider feels safe. We achieve that through several different solutions. One is the frame geometry itself, so it rides very stable, gives a lot of trust and reliability. Another feature is you're riding in traffic, it's loud, you want to be heard, and that's why the Turbo Vado 5.0 and 6.0 models even include a completely sleekly integrated horn. Last but not least, visibility is also a key feature. So besides reflective parts on the bike, the brakes also features a reed switch, which basically makes the rear light that is nicely integrated into the rear rack blinking up in case you are pushing the brakes. For this one, we partnered up with a motorcycle company to ultimately bring in this very innovative spherical lens technology into our pedal assist bikes. It basically offers a broader and better illuminated field of view. So very minimalistic, super powerful, providing up to 600 lumen, and on the rear it's either nicely integrated in the rear rack, or it's sitting on the SWAT mounts at the end of the saddle on the Vado 2.0, which comes unequipped. Whereas here in California the sun is shining pretty often, there are other spots around the world where it's often raining. So when we look into the design of the fenders, we are really looking like what do the fenders really need to look like to offer maximum resistance against water. So in the past it was always like, okay, they need to look good, they need to have a certain length, but yeah, it's like let's do a nice in between. So we at Specialized, we said we finally really want to figure this out and offer the perfect fender set that offers the right performance versus length ratio. So during the development of the fenders, we took the bike into the wind tunnel, and what we figured out is the critical zones for the rider on the bike are really the lag zone and basically the water that's hitting you in the face. And then we were looking how we can address those key areas in the most meaningful way. We came up with two technologies. The first one is what we call flex tender. The flex tender is based on has the length offering the perfect performance versus length ratio to really keep your whole leg zone very dry. So what we came up with the flex tender is a special multi-plastic compound which offers you enough stiffness to ride at fast speed while being soft enough to really flex back in case you're hitting a curb or an obstacle. Then the other thing we found out in the wind tunnel is that actually a lot of water, when you ride in the rain, is captured in the inside of the fender, and it's making its way up. And then basically at the end of the fender, at the front end of the fender, goes out in the wind, hitting you in the face. So we were thinking what we can do there, and what we came up with what we call C-Tech, which are basically implemented channels that guide the water at the front end of the fender down to the side, so that only very little water, which is still on the actual tire, is getting out in the wind, but the majority of the water is getting dropped to the side, rather going into the wind and hitting you in the face afterwards. All models beside the 5.0 are available as men's and women's step-through versions.